you ready?
What is happening, everybody? Justin here alongside Yadi. Welcome once again to Nap Reacts, our incredible nerdy reaction series. We have another amazing episode for you this week as we are checking out Kamen Rider Henshin and Finisher Part 2 by Slasher21. Before we get into it, once again, this episode was recommended to us by one of our Discord members, Genim 9119. So massive thanks to that guy for suggesting this, and pretty much all of the absolutely. Oh wait, no, actually,
I almost did it.
nice little golf clap. But yes, he actually recommended this and also another video that is going to cover parts 3, 4, and 5 of this main Rider series. So yeah, this will be covering all of the main Kamen Riders for the second half of the Showa era. A little bit more of the history of the Kamen Rider franchise.
Gotcha.
Absolutely. So we're not gonna waste too much time on pre-roll and all that stuff. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it. But before we drop into the main event, we're gonna go ahead and pass it off to intern Steve for our preamble. Roll it.
Hey there, nerds! Intern Steve here. Before we get into this week's video, as always, since we cannot monetize these reactions, direct support, while not required, is greatly appreciated. Head on over to patreon.com/thenerdarchive. For as little as $1 a month after a 7-day free trial, you get access to all sorts of cool perks, starting with access to our special hidden section on Discord called Sector Zero, where some of our Patreon rewards are fulfilled. $5 a month gets you 1 week early access to all of our recorded content, including Nap Reacts. Also, new perks, tiers, and merch are always being considered, so head over and check it out. See what's on offer, and lend your support if you wish. As always, links to the original videos will be in the description below, so pause this, head on over, and give them a watch, and a like if you haven't already, then come back and do the same for us.
And thank you, Steve. With that being said, we're gonna go ahead and get into the action and make it happen. All right, so that was Kamen Rider ZX, or Zekros, as it is pronounced. It aired as a 1984 television special which introduced the character of Ryo Murasame, Kamen Rider Zekros, who fights the Badan Empire after they brainwashed and cyberized him and killed his sister. The special shows his meeting with 3 of his 9 predecessors, after much of his story was told in the Kamen Rider Spirits manga, which is where he was introduced, and a radio drama.
Ooh.
So basically how this worked, let me get your input real quick on this before I go into a bit more detail.
No, it looks great. Yeah, I mean, like, for the time of it and everything, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I like it. It was a
Absolutely.
cool, like, comparing the suit with the other ones, yeah. Like that.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And so the reason this was just the TV special is because following the final episode of Super 1, back in October of 1981. The Kamen Rider series, the franchise, had stopped airing on TV for another couple of years, but they created a 10th Kamen Rider, which was Zekros, which debuted in a manga series, which began publication in July of 1982 in the television magazine, basically. He was then featured in a radio drama broadcast during a special episode of All Night Japan, hosted by Shotaro Ishinomori, who was the creator of the franchise, in August of 1982, commemorating the character's official debut before making his live-action television debut in the special which we saw called Birth of the 10th, Kamen Riders All Together.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it didn't get enough attention in the media and fanfare and whatnot to warrant an actual series from it. And so, unfortunately, it would also cause the series to kind of take another short break until this series that we're about to watch here.
How many years did it pass?
Zekros was from 1984. And then it stopped until 1987.
Okay. Not a crazy long time, but yes, that's good.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there are several breaks in between series and movies and what have you. But yeah, we'll touch on those as we come up to them. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and move on to our next one.
There you go.
Yep.
See, I was surprised the previous one was not focusing on the belt. I like this suit.
Oh, yeah.
I like that they use that backwards.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The backwards fireworks.
The backwards explosions.
Yeah.
That's gonna confuse Mr. Torg. So that was Kamen Rider Black from 1987. After being kidnapped by the cult Gorgom on the night of their 19th birthday, stepbrothers Kotaro Minami and Nobuhiko Akizuki are submitted to mutant surgery with the purpose of becoming the candidates to be the next creation king. Kotaro escapes before the brainwashing with the help of his foster father and turned against Gorgom, and soon finds out the horrific truth from his stepfather. Gorgom originally killed his true parents. Later on, Kamen Rider Black must battle with his brother, who has become the trump card of Gorgom, Shadow Moon, which is another character we'll see later on down the road when we do further reactions. Kamen Rider Black is the first rider to not wear a scarf, which was synonymous with past riders and Ishinomori's other works. That being the first two Super Sentai series.
Gotcha.
So what do you think?
I like that suit. That suit was actually very cool. I like the evolution that we keep seeing on then everything. But yeah, I like the all black one.
Oh yeah. This one seems like a bit of a darker tone than you would expect with Kamen Riders, and that's like certain seasons do kind of take on a bit of that as well. And once again, like this is another one that I haven't watched yet, but I definitely want to, because this is like one of the few like Showa era ones that I'm like super like excited to sit down and watch. Like the only thing, at least from this particular video of his attacks, that I wasn't too keen on was like a lot of the freeze framing, like like around where the screen was flashing and whatnot, because it's like, is this video having frame rate issues or something? But obviously it was a part of the character and the attacks as well. So
Gotcha.
I think I can look past that. No big worries there. So what else you got?
So far, that one is my favorite so far.
Cool. All right. And with that said, we are going to move right on. This one should look familiar to a lot of people.
Metroid.
RX のジャンプ力60メートル。うわっ。
Oh,
Damn.
headshot.
Yeah, right?
Oh, this is a lightsaber.
George Lucas is going to sue somebody.
Ooh. Boom! I thought it was gonna explode. Oh no! All right, all right. That was definitely a Power Ranger move.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say yeah. Sometimes they take a little longer to explode. All right, so that was Kamen Rider Black RX from 1988. After the defeat of Gorgum, Kotaro Minami, who is so basically this is, as far as I'm aware, it's the only Rider series that is a direct sequel from the season before.
Okay, gotcha.
And so Kotaro is kidnapped by the Crisis Empire. After refusing to join them, he's thrown out into space where he undergoes a change, becoming Kamen Rider Black RX. This is the final series in the Showa era. Black RX is also the first rider to introduce form changes, a trend that continues with the Heisei riders, which is what we're gonna see more of in the next episode. Footage and props from the series were used by Saban Entertainment to create the American adaptation Saban's Masked Rider, where attempts were made to integrate its universe with the Power Rangers franchise.
That makes sense.
Mm.
What'd you think? That tracks. Yeah, like so when you said that it was going to be similar to others, this is because we've seen it in the American version of Masked Rider.
Oh yeah. So pretty much those that are only familiar with the Power Ranger series and all the stuff that came around with it around the time of season 2 of Mighty Morphin will most likely remember that particular character because he was brought over as just basically just Masked Rider.
Gotcha. So did they mix this in with Super Sentai, or is just the American version that will have the mix?
Up until like midway through the 2000s, there wasn't really as much of an association, like crossover wise, and that between Rider and Sentai. And so it was, if I recall correctly, and obviously the comments will correct me if I'm wrong, which is fine. The American adaptation was the only one at the time that tried to integrate the two franchises into the same relative continuity.
Okay.
So they had that one, so they had that one crossover episode which introduced Prince Dex and the Masked Rider in season 2 of Mighty Morphin, and then that spawned his own series. Obviously, it didn't last long because, a lot of the stock footage they had, they ran through a lot of that. And then, of course, Saban, being as averse as he is to spending money, decided that he just wasn't going to keep it going. I mean, even though he could have, because he had, once again, like with Power Rangers, he had the suits and all that stuff. So he could have done it. But
gotcha.
What can you do? All right. What else you got? Any other thoughts?
No, that's pretty much it. At least this one is still in this favorite spot as well as the other one. I think that I like them both, especially. I can see the similarities, of course, with it being the evolution of that specific one. So I like that.
Absolutely. All right. With that being said, let's go ahead and move on.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
This one is more mutant.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. This is definitely more mutation than transformation. This also takes the longest, depending on which scene you watch.
I can see. Wow. They definitely want it to be different.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Play more dirty.
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
Oh my God.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Oh, yeah. No, dude, that actually more reminded me of Predator.
Huh. Yeah.
Predator 2 specifically.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. That was something.
Yes, that was, yeah. I've only seen one other transformation of him, and I hadn't seen any of the combat. That is crazy how heavy into the gore and the violence they got with that one. That was ridiculously cool.
That was more hardcore than what we've seen.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So that was Shin Kamen Rider Prologue, released in 1992, celebrating the 20th anniversary of the Kamen Rider franchise. Shin Prologue was more similar to the original designs for Kamen Rider. In the film, a young man is transformed into a mutant grasshopper while he is targeted by the mysterious Institute of Super Science.
Huh.
So this one was a movie, so like hour and a half, maybe 2 hours long, and that was pretty much it. Like the series, like the television series had stopped pretty much for a while.
I see. That makes sense why the transformation is a bit longer as well.
Oh yeah, and you can definitely see like the increase. I mean, not just with it being like the early 90s, but like with it being like a movie, like you can see like the increase in production quality from a lot of the previous stuff. And just like the super dark and violent tone of this particular one was definitely a break from what a lot of people who have seen the franchise would like most likely be used to.
Gotcha. Yeah, I didn't mind this one. I mean, it was definitely out there. And the suit is not my favorite. It's not a suit, but we saw a fatality, so that was something.
Well, I mean, he was technically a I would assume like a android or a cyborg. So, but still,
like RoboCop with the spine and everything.
Oh, dude, yeah. Like, regardless of what he was, like that kind of grotesque violence is just like that's. I mean, it's typical of early to mid '90s stuff. Like,
yeah, I saw a little bit of it. Like, I know where they were going with it. And as soon as I saw them holding the head and just punching it, but keeping the punch there, I was like, oh, the head is going to fall off. I mean, we already saw that previously, with the previous one that we saw. And
yeah.
And then it not only falls off, but it just pulls it out like.
Oh, it was severed because I mean, they didn't show it in this particular transformation, but he had like razor sharp things on his forearms. And so when he hit him, he raked those right across the neck and it severed it completely off. So
see, I thought it was just from the punch.
It's certainly possible. There have been shows and movies where people have been hit hard enough in the head where it just knocked completely off.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Crazy stuff, man.
Indeed.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, that being said, moving on.
That's cool.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that suit looks cool. I like how it looks. It's not my favorite.
Oh yeah.
But I like that one.
Definitely more akin to the rider suits that you expect. Shin was definitely a big departure from that, but still cool. All right. So this was Kamen Rider ZO, released in 1993. So this was another movie, and also celebrated the 20th anniversary of Kamen Rider. In this film, a young man must protect the son of the doctor who experimented on him from a monster who threatens to wipe out humanity. Some footage of this movie was also used in Saban's Masked Rider.
Okay.
So, like some of the, I think the enemy that he was fighting, I think was used in that series, if I recall correctly. I'd have to relook it up, or, if I don't, somebody in the comments will be like, no, it was this. It's been so long since I've actually seen that. I'm not entirely familiar with what they used from what, so
gotcha.
No big worries. All right, so what'd you think?
I like this one. It had elements, of course, from what we've seen before, and then of course changing it, and then also it was upgrade from the previous one, because that was something else. But this one, I think it was a combination of the old ones and the new one, and they came up with that, not a full mutant, but the suit itself looked more like part of the body of the animal, what it is.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And he had those little, I don't know if you want to call them teeth, like mandibles that kind of go like and then retract and what have you. And then like this was another like big step up in like production quality from like the previous stuff, which is good to see. Yeah, I actually.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I enjoyed this one as well. It's definitely a callback to a little bit of a lot of the previous stuff that we'd seen, and then with a lot of new aspects to it as well. It's a shame that a lot of this stuff didn't get like adapted into like series and stuff like that.
Like what it reminds me, like the fighting style itself reminds me of Mortal Kombat, like the first Mortal Kombat movie. And of course the games and whatnot, but at least for some reason it reminds me of that style.
Well, it kind of makes sense though, because the Mortal Kombat movie, the first one especially, did come out in the mid '90s. So it's definitely from that perspective along the same lines.
Right. Yeah. But I like that.
Oh yeah.
I like that they keep it's not like a back and forth like like what we saw with Super Sentai. This one just keeps getting better and better.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Most definitely. I mean, that definitely is a trend with the Showa Riders, definitely. But then, of course, some of the Heisei Riders, you might, it could be up or down, but the majority of them, and from my perspective, are actually like really, really cool. And so, like, I can't wait for you guys to see those once we get into like part 3 and beyond, because a lot of them look really, really cool. Some of them might look a little bit out there, but are still good. But yeah, we will definitely see. And so, with that said, we are going to move on to our last one, which will close out the Showa era of Masked Rider.
Take it away.
Henshin!
The belt is back.
Kamen Rider J!
Is that like a giant one?
Yep.
Galactus. Sorry.
And do it, man. It's convenient considering the movie we watched recently.
Right. Oh, no.
Jeez.
It's full-on killer mode.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they didn't adapt it more. The kids.
Could be.
Too aggressive for the kids.
Oh yeah, could be.
More than 60 meters now.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
Careful now. Oh, yeah. All right. So that was the final Kamen Rider for the Showa era and the final part for our episode. That was Kamen Rider J, a movie released in 1994. J was the first rider to have the ability to grow in size due to, and what's funny is I'm not sure if you've noticed that the guy that played the character when he before he transformed was the same guy that played the Tyranno Ranger in Jew Ranger, which is the series that got adapted into the first Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Oh, gotcha.
So he came back 2 years later to play this character in a Kamen Rider movie. And you can tell they definitely took aspects of Super Sentai from this. Mm-hmm. So like a giant robotic enemy, and then of course something new with the main character turning into a giant in order to fight this bad guy.
Yeah, this felt like when Goku called for the spirit bomb for the energy. That's why he was gathering the energy from the others, right? So they can get Abega.
Oh yeah, it definitely seems like it. And then it, from what I like, when he fired those buzzsaw blades at him, you saw like the little DBZ style beam, like deflection and whatnot. Just like, whatever. Like this doesn't affect me, and just swat him right out of the way.
Yep. It would have been cool if they left like one like stuck in the helmet. Just for effect.
Oh, yeah. Maybe, or maybe one kind of just barely grazes him, and you can see the scratch and the damage in the helmet, and it's just like, I better end this quick before he does something even more dastardly.
Right.
The stakes just got that much higher.
Made that kick even more important because they didn't want to go to the next round.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
But I like this one too. They went back to the belt on this one as well.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It definitely looked like that.
Yeah, I know in some I think a few, not a lot, but a few was the focus on the belt when they transform. It was kind of skipped. But maybe it's just because of what we're watching, just the one time.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
I've noticed, correct me if I'm wrong, because I haven't seen any of this, but I've noticed that whenever they transform, there's not a lot left in the fight because they have already fought. They've been fighting that person until they transform and kind of finish it off, which is cool. I think is different.
Oh yeah, no. Based on this, there's really not like a whole lot left. So that because basically just this video in particular is kind of cut up to like show you like the best parts and the most important parts to give you an idea of like what you can expect in each of these movies or series and what have you. But there's a bit like there's a fair bit more to it, like especially in the series, because there are times when it'll take like 2, maybe 3 episodes for a particular enemy at that time to be defeated, and you'll see like several transformations throughout the course of those episodes. Gotcha.
Okay, that makes sense.
Oh yeah. So A bit more information on this and the end of the Showa era. Due to Shotaro Ishinomori, nerds don't words good folks. Due to his death in 1998, this film served as the final work to release in the Showa era out of respect for his passing. The franchise entered a 6-year hiatus until the premiere of Kamen Rider Kuga, which is what we'll be reacting to in the next episode, in the year 2000, which kickstarted the Heisei era. Much like its predecessor, Kamen Rider ZO, footage from this movie was also used in the American adaptation of Saban's Masked Rider. All of the monsters except for a character called Garai were used for this adaptation, which I'm assuming was this gigantic, whatever the hell this was.
Robot thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the last one. The end of the Showa era.
Gotcha. I like that they did like back-to-back movies, like 93, 93, and 94. That gave probably a lot to the fans, at the time and whatnot. So very different because the 92 movie, again, I'm kind of stuck with that transformation, but it was just like that, the freaking antennas or whatever, it's coming out of the forehead and the eyes getting bloody red, and that was something. But I like that they went very different for those 3 movies.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And it seemed like I have a feeling it was more to like give Ishinomori time to come up with new ideas for some of his later series, which like those ideas you'll see in at least I think the first 2 or 3 seasons going into the Heisei era, starting with the year starting in 2000. So you'll see like the first, like I said, the first, second, and third season of that era, you'll definitely see some of his influence. And like despite him not being directly involved in anything beyond 1998, he's still credited in every season up to today, because I mean it's his baby, it's his franchise in the end. But yeah, it's crazy like to think about like what we could have gotten like maybe a couple years earlier had it not been for his passing.
Could have been interesting.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
I mean, you could have done it. It doesn't really matter. It's all good.
No, I'm just kidding. You can leave it though if you want.
Why not? Well, you heard the man. That'll just about do it for this week's episode of Nap Reacts. We hope you enjoyed this content as much as we did bringing it to you. If you did, smack that like button really hard with conviction, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Next time on Nap Reacts, we'll be checking out Dragon Ball Z Abridged episode 23 and 24 by Team 4-Star, so do look forward to that one. Follow us on all of our social platforms through the links in the description. The link tree is your one-stop shop for everywhere we operate, including our Patreon, as well as our Discord, which you will thoroughly enjoy. It is absolutely free to join, so stop by, shoot the breeze, play some games, and hang out with nerds just like you. Boil it all down, what can they do, Yadi?
Take all the things.
Absolutely. Click them things.
All the things, please. Don't be creepy.
A little bit. Absolutely. You heard, man. Click all the things and join our incredible community. We look forward to seeing you there. And with that being said, we are going to go ahead and get the hell out of here for Yadi. This is Justin. Thanks again for watching Nap Reacts, and we will see you, all of you, in the next episode. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.